All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakakodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone. And a sincere Shalom to Yakim, bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. Now, I want to get into, a quick lesson through the Spirit on, how Jake was the ones that compassionate people. And it's going to show when I go back to this precept in the law in Leviticus, man. This is Matthew 22. And I want to start here at the 40th verse, right? Because it's going to hit the point, right? Matter of fact, I'm going to start here at 36. It says, Master, which is the great commandment in the law, right? A man came up asking Yahushua these questions. Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power, Yahweh, with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, right? Going back to the book of Exodus, right? It says, and the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, right? And these two are a amalgamation of the 10, right? And the 10 is amalgamation of the 600 plus. And in doing so, and in showing love, that you love your neighbor, it's a physical action, man. Hey, so by doing that, you're not going to commit adultery. You're not going to steal. You're not going to bear false witness. You're gonna make sure that you would treat him, as you hear in the world, as he would want to be treated, as you would want to be treated, man. Right? And that's why Yahushua told him, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets, right? Hey, and, through the Spirit, especially in the body here in Great Millstone, we're, getting closer, to the ancient ways in which, our forefathers walked, man. And part of this is showing forth that love and that compassion towards your brother, man, towards your Akim, right? So when we go here in the book of Leviticus, the 19th chapter, and we read here at the 9th verse, and it says, and when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not wholly reap the corners of thy field, neither shalt thou gather the gleanings of thy harvest. And thou shalt not glean thy vineyard, neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and the stranger. I am the Lord thy power, right? And in doing this, this created a welfare system within Israel. So those who didn't have whatever situation that they came from, they were able to still eat. Because, having food and raiment, as the scriptures say, let us therewith be content. But food is a necessity, right? And what he does is he markets this necessity. And what he also does is he's a niggard about this necessity, man. Especially when you look at Vegas. And we say this all the time here, man. You have buffets 365 days a year and 24, damn near 24/7. In every casino or hotel, in almost every casino or hotel, you have buffets that run for the breakfast time, for lunch, and for dinner, right? And they don't give this food out unto those that are hungry. And you have people that starve of hunger every day, man. You have kids who can't eat until school starts just so they can get free lunch. But he doesn't make sure that these individuals, eat. What he does is he'll throw all that food out. And keep in mind, the food isn't bad. It's not like the food is spoiled. No. He just says it's expired past the time he, desires, man. But the food is still good. He could easily repackage it, freeze it, or give it to individuals, so that they can, eat for the day, man. He could send it to food, specific food pantry so people could go over there and eat, man. But no, he'll lock that food up so nobody can get it, or he'll send it off to a freaking pig farm, man. But going back to our custom, this was a welfare system. So when you go into this word welfare, it says a state or condition of doing well, to get along, right? Safe or secure condition, exemption from evil. You know how many cases there have been of Jake, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans being, hungry. So an individual or their family would go out of their way and do something wicked, to get money so they can bring that money back to feed their family. Hey, you have Israelites who've been killed, who've killed somebody, who went to jail and or prison. This has happened thousands, hundreds of thousands of times, man. Because that food, being able to eat, creates a safe and secure condition. Because now you don't have to worry about where your next meal is coming from, So having that welfare system created an exemption from evil by quelling it, man. by making sure that individuals were fed. It says good fortune, to prosper, do well, or fare well. Social concern for the well-being of children or the unemployed. Also, when you look at, the widows of Israel, man, with their husband, not being upon earth anymore, it was certain things that they required, that they weren't able to do. The husband being the breadwinner, he would bring home the meat, so to speak. He would have forth that craft, to make sure that their necessities were taken care of. But with him not being there, she was destitute of those things. So with this welfare system, she was able to still remain, man, and navigate. This is 1 Timothy 5. And I'm going to read this in the NLT. Matter of fact, I'm going to start here at the top. It says, never speak harshly to an older man, but appeal to him respectfully as you would your own father. And that culture is going from Jake as well. You have these YNs. These niggas don't respect nobody. They literally fight their elders. It says, talk to younger men as you would your own brothers. Treat older men as you would treat treat older women as you would treat your mother, and treat younger women with all purity. As you would your own sisters. Take care of any widow who has no one else to care for her. Right? And that was something, in Jake's community that they would do. They would watch over Miss Johnson. They would make sure that, if her husband, Mr. Johnson, was dead, that her grass was still cut. That they would pick up her groceries from the store or help her move things. Right? But in today's climate, they robbing Miss Johnson, man. They breaking into her house and holding her at gunpoint, man. It says, take care of any widow who has no one else to take care for her. But if she has grandchildren, or if she has children or grandchildren, their first responsibility is to show godliness at home and repay their parents by taking care of them. This is something that pleases Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? And that's the point, man, So this system was set up for Jake to still navigate, even in the absence, right, of whatever it may be. But like I said, that compassion is gone, man. But in the kingdom, Jake is we're going to get back to that first estate, man. And we'll have the resources to give how we really want to give. Because even, here in the body, man, and it's more than just, giving alms of money. Your time is valuable. That's one lesson that I had to learn within the body, man. Every brother doesn't have, money to give, but you may have time. You may be, versed in a specific craft. You have brothers of all different types of talents and specialties, man. You may have a brother that's a plumber. You may have a brother that, is a mechanic or works on cars. A brother that's good in a particular instrument. Brothers will teach that instrument to, the young ones. Or a brother that's good in a particular sport who could teach, another brother or children, chefs, all different types of disciplines in which brothers excel in, man. And you giving forth your spirit and your time unto the next brother to help build him in whatever way. That's alms, man. And the scripture tells you, that charity covereth the multitude of sins. That's not just specifically money, right? So, we help in all, in whichever way we able to, man. And you treat your brother as if he's Yahweh Shai, man, because Yahweh Shai is within him. So that's just the point, I just want to bring forth a quick lesson on this. That welfare system is deeper than just, not gleaning the grapes in the corners. It extends to all needs, But that was the point. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying into the body. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Harakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of JMS Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to Yakim, bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. Shalom.